Hello, this is Godo. Welcome back to the Islands of Insight offline restoration mod update. We are going to be doing this 4-star puzzle here at the top of Warp Perspective. I think this is going to be our toughest puzzle that's left. We do have 2 more 4 stars and 1 more 3-star left down below, but I think this is going to be the toughest one. So this is effectively a any place where we have a light tile, everything around it has to be dark. Right? So we can't have wait. No, it's everywhere that's a light tile. It has to be dark all the way around it. Yeah, so we can't have this or this or this or this or this. Okay. And it's also all opposing edges are connected. Okay. Um Alright, so does that do something for this? Like, if we go light here, and then we go all the way around here... Ah, it sees behind itself. Okay. So, any ones have to be... dark. Because if a 1 is light, it's gonna instantly have this in front and behind itself. So all the ones are dark. And then... what about the 2? So there needs to be 1 here. What do the 2s need to be? I feel like if we make the 2s dark as well... If we made the 2s dark as well, couldn't we just... I feel like there's too much ambiguity in the solution. But I also don't, like, really know where to start on this. So, let's see. Let's maybe work in this space here. Because there is... let's make it this space here. Because there's this tile here, which is kind of offset out of all the other tiles. This tile being here must be some way to disambiguate our solution. We have to have a light tile somewhere along this row. And when we do, it's going to fill in the rows above and below. So let's see what happens if we do it right here. So we now need to have 2 light tiles here, which would mean they would need to be here and here, or here and here. So that didn't really, like, break things. What if we had a light tile here? Now we would need 2 light tiles here and here, and that still doesn't break things. Oh, wait. Yeah, this would still need to be dark, and then we would need to have 2 light tiles here and here. And that doesn't really break things. This was kind of interesting here. We need a light in both of these rows because there's a 1 at the top of the grid and a 1 at the bottom. So we need 2 lights up here, kind of working with this tile here. This one has to be dark, so then that has to be light. And one of these have to be light, meaning neither of these are light. That means this one has to be up here somewhere. This one would need to be back here somewhere. And then we also have to have 2 lights up here. So we would need to have... I don't think this would work, given just... I'm just doodling here, but this would, like, block off all of this. This would be blocked there. This is blocking this from... Now we have, like, a conflict over here. Unless we, like, did this, right? And then we could have a 1 over there. Oh, but that 1 is now touching this 1. Got it. Okay. This is kind of, actually kind of close, though, so... Yeah, like, not a bad first placement of things here. We need to figure out what this dark tile is, though, because there's a reason this dark tile is given to us. And I don't think there's a way we can really shift things around here. So let's back up. We know these are all dark. Is there any way this could be light? No. I do not think so. Yeah, there's no way these can be light either. So these all are dark. Everything's dark. So where's our overlap here? We need to have 2 light cells between these tiles up here. So I feel like having a light tile here makes it take the least amount of space for this row. Then we can't have it here for that row. These 2 are connected. There needs to be 1 in here. Or 1 in here. So these would need to be dark. There'd need to be 1 here or here. And then there'd need to be 1 here or here. These are dark. This is kind of like a weird star battle I'm kind of starting to see. There could be 1 here. There could be 1 here. No, there cannot be 1 here. Could be 1 here. Maybe if we think of it more in terms of star battle, which I'm actually not terrible at, it would be good. We have to put these here for this 2. Then there has to be 1 here. Has to be 1 in here. Nope. So we've crunched that in. Yeah, so we have to kind of find a point where we can segment these, like... And I kind of see a starting point now. So this is making more sense. So if we put a light tile here or here, we're in trouble now because this becomes blocked in and then we can't put 2 light tiles here. So we can start with having dark and dark here. Yeah, I mean, it's a start, right? So if we have a light here, we're going to block this in, and that's going to block... Whoops. Yeah, that was correct, actually. That's going to block all of this in, all the way to here. Then that needs a tile as well. We still have our 2 spots for this, but it's now that. This is having 2 slots. This is having 2 slots. Let's go back, because I'm getting too deep down that rabbit hole. Is there any way we can ruin any of these numbers, basically? It's kind of what we're trying to figure out. So if we put a light tile here, it's going to look like that. Now this has to be light and light here. That's going to look like that. This still works. There has to be like something else rather than like picking a random spot to see if it works if there's a tile there, right? And I'm thinking it still has something to do with this dark tile. Maybe. If we have light here, we then need to have light here or here. So that's not very disambiguating at all. The 1 on this row can still be anywhere. So if we have a light here, then this tile covers this and this, but it doesn't cover that one. This tile covers these 2, but it doesn't cover that one, so that's still okay. Here we have still kind of, they can just go like wherever they want, because this light tile can be here or here. And then this one can just be in the opposite one. Top and bottom is connected here, but I don't... Yeah, it does. It does matter. Never mind. I'm like, I don't know why that matters. Like, it does, because, you know, this is relevant. What do we think about it this way? We need to have 3 light tiles in this space, right? And there's kind of similar to Star Battle. There's 4 places they can be in a 2x2 spot. So there's 1, 2, 3, and like a half of a space it can be in. Can we get to any that is like 1 solid space? So here on this row would be 1, 2, and then there'd be like a weird half space in here again. It's like 2.5. I don't know. Or 1, 2. Oh, hold on. 3. Okay, I see something here. So I'm just gonna draw it with a light tile. So there has to be 1 light tile in here. There has to be 1 light tile in here, and then there has to be 1 in here. So, can we do anything with that? All that really tells us is that whatever is happening around it, it can't block it in. If there's a light tile here, then there has to be a light tile here. And then there would have to be 1 here and here. Let's see, is there any reason there cannot be a light tile in one of these two? So let's say there's a light tile here. What we're testing for is if there can be a light tile here or here. Okay, so this would be dark. This would be light, dark, dark. This would be light, that would be dark as well. So there has to be a light tile in here now. But can there be? That doesn't work. What if we do this? Yeah, that doesn't work. So if there was a light tile in here, it would cause there to be a light tile here. Well, we can just say that we know that one's not dark. Now we know there's a light tile in here, which means we know that's dark. Okay, I mean, it's a start, certainly. Now here we know there needs to be 3 light tiles in this row, so there's 1 in one of these 2 tiles. There'd be 1 here, and then there'd be 1 in this 2x2. That's off the edge of the board here. And then what about this top row? We have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still not enough stuff there to disambiguate that completely. But we do have 1 in one of these 3 tiles. Here we have 1 here, and then there's 1 in one of these 3 tiles. Okay, so... Oh, no, it's one of these 4 tiles, actually. Okay, never mind. I was going to say we have some stuff with that, but it can be, like, over here. Whoops, over here, like this would be valid. Yeah, we can't really use that 2x2 trick too much at the moment. We are getting somewhere, though, here. Out of curiosity, what would the foresight tell me to look at? Tell me to look at that. Well, we know if we put a light tile here, it would result in a light tile here. And then I feel like we're light, light, light. These are dark, then these are dark, that's light. And there's the corner connection over here, very sneaky. That doesn't actually work. So we know that can't be light now, just out of trial and error, but I'm not sure if this is one of those hints where it's like you can actually figure out what to do with the hint, or it's just like, I don't know what to do, here you go, look here. Getting that one extra tile didn't really particularly help, I don't think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, not really. So if there's one here or here, there has to be one here, which means there has to be one here. So if there's one here or here, there has to be one here. Now if there's one here, it's the other way around. But what if there's a light tile here? If there's a light tile here, then there has to be a light tile here. And here. So there can never be a light tile in this cell. This one's invalid, right? Oh no, that one has a working solution, actually. I'm kind of tempted just to look at another foresight, but I don't know if it's actually going to help us. I mean, yeah, what? I understand, like, what in general is going. I'm just not seeing what to do yet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But 2 of them have to be up here. How about down here? 1, 2, 3. What if we slice it differently? No, it doesn't work. It has to be sliced on the 2x2 grid. I don't know. Let's just try light, I guess. So light to go here. It's gonna do that. Then we have dark, dark here. Light, light here. Light here. Make sure I got all the way around the corners there. These are light. 1, 2, 3. Light and light. Okay. So, I mean, having a light there doesn't work. That's all we learned from that. I don't really, like, find the next step to do, but it is a step we learned, I guess. So this is dark. So now we know there's a light in here. These have to be dark. There's 2 lights in here, so these around it have to be dark. There's a light in here that's dark. This and this can't be light. One, two... Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not enough information here still. 1, 2, 3. Now can we do it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Still not enough information here at the top of the grid. How about down here? 1 to there, 2, 3. Nope. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's one. We have a 2x2 here, 2x2 here, and a 2x2 here. So that one can't be a light. And now we have to have a light in here, which means that can't be light. Now can we do the thing up here? 1, 2, 3. We can, but it's no longer useful. It's not like bisecting any useful shapes that we can use. Two. Let's see, if we go light here, we have to go here, 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 here. Here, and then we can't do this one. So that has to be dark. And I kind of annoyed that I'm not like actually figuring it out, and I'm just kind of doing it by process of elimination. Oh no, have I messed something up? Yeah, we're correct here so far. This has to be dark, right? No, that is correct to be light. Hold on. Because when I just did this, I must have messed something up. I must have had too many white cells somewhere. Okay. Well, we got it. It was kind of like a weird, weird little star battle grid. Alright, well that took like almost the whole episode time. Let's see if we can squeeze another in here. Oh no, we went in the portal. Okay, we went in the portal again. We're back. Okay, kind of a smaller grid. This time it is a myopia light tile loop puzzle. Where do we start? All opposing edges are connected. Jeez, what do we even start here with? What's opposite of this corner is this side. Opposite of here is this. I feel like this cannot be light for any reason, right? Because if it's light, it's going to instantly either block itself in or it's going to become a T shape. So this has to be dark. And it's a start, I guess. Can it be light all around it now? Yeah, it could be light all around it. This could be light as the snake because the snake could come in behind and then exit. Could it be dark? If it was dark, it'd need to be dark, dark behind it, and then the snake could come in and exit, I guess. I don't know. Just another puzzle where it's like really tough to get started on G's. Okay, let's think about like this, whoops, this arrow over here really quick. If this is light right now, oh, if it's light right now, we make a, wait a second. Okay, if it's light right now, we make this shape, which I wasn't really looking for. What wasn't this the no Oh, okay. So I was thinking we had the no... what's it called? The no dead-end light snake. It's the other way around. It's the no dead-end dark snake, but we don't have to make dark snakes. What we do have to keep in mind is that we can't, like, block in any, we can't block in any dark tiles all around light tiles. So if we put, or light tiles around dark tiles. Dark tiles around light tiles. Okay. So, like, if this 5 was going down like this, then the snake cannot go around. Okay. I don't think that's a rule I've ever worked with. But, we'll figure it out. So, one of two things are happening here. Either this is going out like this, and that is done. Or we go out another tile, and that is done like that. I don't know. Let's see if we can figure it out rather than guessing, though. Maybe let's think about the snake over here. So, the light snake and this 5. So this 5 is dark. What are we at here? We're at 1, 2, 3. So this the 5 is just a 3. It doesn't go on this way. Okay. But what if it's light? What does that imply? So first off, we have to go out in either direction here. So we could go like this. That would block this in all the way, which would not be good. So the 5 can't go any further than this if it was light. Because if it goes over here, these two are dark, and then this arrow is, like, impossible. Because the light for this arrow has to be either here, or here, or here. Sorry, that's either this, like this, or it has to be like that. So actually, that's a good point. If it's light, the only way it can be would be like this. And that's what this would look like. If it was light. And then the snake would be coming up here. This would probably be dark, 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 and then dark, and then, I don't know, this would probably be light, 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 dark. Did I accidentally solve it? I don't know. Should I take that one? I can't, like, unsolve it, though, in my head. I already saw the solution. Okay, well, we're coming up not quite to the amount of time I want to have in this episode, but we have 2 big puzzles here, and I think that we're going to go way over on time if we do those. So instead, what we're going to do is I'm going to go over to the Autumn Falls, and let's go down to the Lost Grids cluster and just maybe knock out a handful of these. Maybe just some easier ones. We'll do like 5 pip and below, see how many we can do in a few minutes. Oh gosh, okay. Well, we don't have wraparound, so that instantly makes things a little easier. I'm still, like, kind of not well practiced with arrows, but okay. I should probably look at the numbers before I worry about the arrows here. Okay. Yeah, the numbers actually give away a lot. Alright, now then. This 5 is probably gonna go like this. Oh wait, connect all dark cells. I didn't even see that rule. Okay, well then, in that case, the 5 is not gonna do that. It's probably gonna do this. 4 is gonna go like that, and then this 3 is going to go like that. Okay. Helps when you check the puzzle rules before you start working on the puzzle. Alright, let's see. We got stuff and things. Got 4. That has to go like that. This 8. Oh man, we can highlight cell counts again. That's all. Let's see. This comes out here. This B has to come out here. Okay. B has to come out here. Okay, so far so good. We gotta get B. Can't touch this A. And we've got to get it down here. Probably just swipe it around here by that, and then let's block in this, this A in here with the 6. Nice. Alright. Let's do a few more. 1 symbol per light area. Okay, well, don't connect those. And no squares. Connect all dark cells. Connect all light cells? No, no connect all light cells. Okay. One symbol per light area, so we cannot make a dark over here. So light and light. It's kind of like connect all light cells, but not exactly. Because we don't know which set of light cells. There's going to be 2 different sets of light cells we got to worry about here. Let's see, this has to be dark. No dark squares either, but we haven't seen anywhere where dark squares can exist yet. This 22's... Honestly, does this 22 have to go in here? Yeah, because if it goes up here, it's going to block this one in. So let's connect that 22. This 22 is going to have to go over here. I assume this belongs to this 22, so let's bring it over there. Now this 2 block here could belong to the upper or bottom section. There's going to have to be a dark tile down here somewhere. So that's already at 20 though, so it's not going to belong to this one. It's going to belong to this one, so let's go ahead and connect that. So we need 2 more tiles on this one. Probably up here somewhere. So this has to connect through the back here. And then the dark's going to go through here, and then the light's going to go in there. There we go. That 22 is done, and then we need to finish our last 22. There we go. Alright. Let's do one more. 1 symbol per light area, and all 5s. Okay, well... we got some pentominoes. Feel like this is kind of an exercise of squeezing pentominoes together. Um... See, is there anything we know we can start with? Or do we just have to guess, like, entire shapes at a time? Like, yeah, this is gonna be ugly if I just do it like that, but... It almost worked, too. We have too much, space down here. It was close, though. It was close. Let's start over. What does that say, suggest to start with? This tile? I mean, I don't really know what you want me to do there. I feel like we need to cover this dark space as much as possible. So we can start with something like this, right? Yeah, I guess that was it. Just kind of hug the dark spaces. Because you didn't want to create any extra dark spaces. Let's do like a easy baby puzzle to finish up here. One symbol per light area. Okay, block that in. Alright. 22! What? What does it mean? See you next time.